Welcome back to the Roadside Rescue YouTube channel. I'm Ernest, and it's gonna be a pretty long, busy day today. I've got this Mercury right behind me. It's the morning right now. I don't get out super early because most people don't wake up or have their cars available super early, so I do a lot of computer work until like 9 a.m. usually is when I do my first appointments. That seems to be a pretty good time. In the summer, sometimes I'll just work earlier either way because it's cooler, but never in the winter. In the winter, sometimes I'll just do jobs in the afternoon if I can, in the warmest part of the day. Anyways, today I've come out here before and I diagnosed this. They had, the first time I had this car on my channel, it was an O2 sensor and maybe a couple of other things, and it's an O2 sensor again today. I was hoping it wasn't the same one that I put in. Well, either way, it could have been good or bad, win or lose, because if it was the one I put in, I could have warrantied it and it would have been cheaper for them, but it was the other one on the other side. And they were like, maybe we'll do all the rest of them, which I've never heard of anybody doing, but I was like, not a bad idea if they want to do the other three so they don't have to worry about it. And after the estimate and everything, they just want to do this one. They needed a new sprayer for the windshield, both of them, and there's some new commercial guys at the AutoZone. They're just swapping around, and my orders haven't been perfect every time, so we're just trying to iron out the wrinkles. But I only got one of those sprayers today, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna look everything over, make sure it's still running good. This job should take about an hour or two. And then I've got to fix something inside the AC control, and I might just replace that because I've already tried fixing it once. So this job should take about 2 hours at most. Then I've got to get back home because my in-laws are coming over. I'm going to do their brakes for cheap because they're my in-laws, so that's always fun. I'll just do a time lapse of that because brakes are never that interesting unless something crazy happens. Then you'll get a better update. But after that, I was thinking I was going to fit 2 things in. I have to do a window regulator. Well, 3, honestly 3, but one of them is not mechanic related. I'm gonna do a disc golf leagues tonight. I play disc golf once or twice a week, and me and my buddies are doing a new leagues up in Salt Lake County rather than Utah County. So I was like, maybe I'll fit both jobs in before that. One of them's actually at a high school though, so that's why I wanted to do that. But I think I'm not gonna be able to do that. The water pump went out on this little car in this high school parking lot. And long story short, I think I'm just gonna go have a slower, more casual afternoon where I'm not rushing through every job, because I don't think it would have been possible to do that and make it to the leagues, and I want to do that. So I'm gonna play the leagues, and then after that I'll fix the water pump at that high school parking lot, probably like 11 p.m. closer to midnight, and do that as fast as I can. Get out of there. Their keys have been there. It was there yesterday. I told them I might not be able to fit it in today, so I don't feel bad about doing it in the evening and just having them pick it up tomorrow. It is what it is, because I told them I might not even have it there for tomorrow, but at least it's there when they drop them off at school, and I don't have to fix it while there's people out there at school, and that would be awkward because they already had it on jack stands there, and they said that it was posted on the school's Instagram page already, like, what's going on out here? So it'd be better if I fix that at night, I think. Anyways, let's get started on this one. Long day ahead. This one's definitely one of the harder ones to get to. I wish they just put it on the back of the header exhaust manifold, but it's not. It's right. That gray clip's the one for it. There it is, you can see it. I might get it easily from below, I think, behind the starter. It looks like there's a big hole there to reach up through. Oh wait, never mind. Wait, yeah, big enough. Yep. Yeah, not loving the incline, but that thing's chalked up, and that one was easy to replace. You see it? On a jack stand and jack touching. I'm just gonna get in and out. I think I'm gonna try and see if I can weld this back together before I leave too. I've got my heat gun. It'll probably heat it up enough to stick the plastic together. It's gonna look better than that. I don't think they'll mind. Let's see what I can see here. Oh yeah, if I can jack that up, there's no way it's getting up there. Oh, it's way back there. I should just go in the middle. There it is though. And there's the lower. A little closer together than I thought, but this is the hardest one to get to for sure. Well, it's the green connector. I thought it was. But the way the wire looped around, I was like, it's going right to that gray one. I was gonna reach down and disconnect the gray one first, and I'd have found out. Can't do this one while it's hot. Can't flip the switch on the ratchet now. There it is. Whew. Okay. That should break free there. And then I'll get the connector. There it goes. Yeah. Alright, should have brought the new one down here with me. See you in a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna test the vacuum on those lines behind there. As long as it's not one of these actuators making some sound and losing vacuum, then I'm just gonna replace that. All right, I was in a rush to get out of there. I didn't really film much, just a little outro on my phone. I got that AC control installed. There's still a little squeaking, and it's when you switch to defrost. It makes me think that defrost actuator's messed up. Maybe it's just about to go out, or maybe it's just making noise. Anyways, I'm in a rush to get back home. I'm already gonna be late to do those brakes. I gave myself an hour and a half, 2 hours to do them, so I'll be pushing it like closer to an hour and a half now. I think I can do it in an hour, we'll see. All right, just got back. There's a Mazda, probably not an MPV, but something like it. I already got the brake rotors, pads, all four. Time-lapse time. Let's do this as fast as I can. Yeah, so these brakes had been getting pretty bad. I just wanted to fly through this job literally as fast as I could. I did it probably in like 35-40 minutes, and then you can see me at some point signaling to when I'm compressing these calipers that I'm going to bleed the brakes afterwards. So that was my other main worry, was bleeding those brakes and just making sure that this was all around in great condition. Let me tell you, it was hot. I tried to start on that back corner where there was just a little bit of shade because I knew it was going to slowly be going away. And again, I got this jacked up, changed around, got their tires rotated for them, did as much as I could for it, and had to get on to the next job. But these brakes went well. I got them some nice quality ones online and just tried to save them a few bucks. All right, I'm tired, a little bit rushed, getting over here and hot. I've got the motor, not the whole regulator. I thought I was just getting the whole assembly. So I'm looking everything over. The regulator looks fine, so I'm gonna go ahead and just try swapping the motor, putting a motor on there, but I'm not positive that that'll work, so I'm just gonna have to test it out, and if I need to come back with the regulator, then I'll do that. Nice. Just that motor, then it's good. I figured that might have just been the motor if it was getting weak, so I wanted to try that first. Cheaper. All right, I'm pumped about that, but what I'm not pumped about is I broke that little clip that holds the pole on to open your door, connects the pole that connects the lock to your door handle. Broke that little clip, so I'm gonna have to go back this weekend and put that on for free, because I already told them I'm gonna get one of those and put it on for free for you. You know, I'm gonna take care of everything, and that's why they call me Honest Ernest. I ain't gonna hide that up inside the door and act like nothing happened. I showed them the broken clip, I gave it to them, and I said I'll be back in a few days with that clip. Don't you worry. Anyways, then I had to get on to this car in the middle of nowhere, literally in the middle of nowhere. It was close to my buddy's house though, and we all carpooled to play disc golf, and that was fine. I shot even par, so I don't usually play like super good, or sometimes I play a little bad, but even par was fun. It was a nice new course. And again, this Corolla, I went and looked at the day before and diagnosed it, and I knew it was the water pump, so I brought that with me. There was no way I was fitting it in beforehand though, just absolutely no way. I was gonna make my buddies late, and we had tee times anyways. It was a tee time league, so I just couldn't be late, and I thought there's no way I was gonna be able to do this between that other job and leagues. And anyways, there's a bunch of people out at the high school in the afternoons anyways practicing and stuff, so I figured, one, it'll be nice and cool, but I'll also be able to be by myself if I come back at night and work casually. I'm a little bummed though, because the new water pump came with 2 bolts, and I was like, that's weird, until I left the last 2 bolts to get to the hardest ones underneath, and then I realized, oh, it came with 2 different sized bolts, because now 2 of the original bolts don't fit, and it took me forever to figure out which ones they were, because now the original ones were too long in some holes and the new ones were too short, and it was a puzzle, man. I don't know if I got it all back together right. Well, I know I did, because it's not leaking, but I don't know if every bolt got in the hole it was supposed to. I'm telling you, that was the most confusing water pump I've done in a long time. But hey, we got the right colored coolant added back up, top back up, and there was already a puddle of coolant on the ground. They're gonna see my croc prints in that parking lot for weeks. Anyways, let's check this out. I'm so ready to be done with this day. You know, made a good bag though. Fit in a bunch of jobs. This is about as many as you could possibly do in a day. What's that, 5 or 6? Let's count them up. All right, that's it. Came with 2 different gaskets. It's just an O-ring though, so maybe it's a paper gasket on a different year or something. All right, that's a job well done. I actually even did something else at my buddy's house on his truck while I was over there. So today I went down to a town that was like 45 minutes away, did some stuff on that, Marquise. Then I came home and flew through some brakes, and right after that I had to do another inspection on a car. Then I went and did a window regulator before I played disc golf. I didn't have a time for a break anywhere. I didn't have enough time for the day. I didn't get enough stuff done for even these jobs. Some of the estimates and stuff I didn't get sent out on time. I didn't get done when I needed them to. I've just had to finish them up late last night. It's been like that the past couple of days, so sometimes it's like that. And I wish I had, you know, maybe one last job in the day, but trying to squeeze everything in, and I don't think they mind too much because they'll be able to use this car tomorrow. If you like this video, make sure you're subscribed. And you could help out. You could help me take my wife to dinner if you want to donate at the links in the description down below, or your subscription means everything to me. Leave me a nice comment, I might respond. I'll see you on the next episode. That's a job well done. Long day.